In an ironic twist of fate, after Doom's initial pitch was for an Aliens game, id Software's seminal shooter would end up being the basis for Probe's foray into the sci-fi universe, Alien Trilogy. Despite its clear inspirations, Trilogy marks one of the few examples to take Doom's winning formula and rework it to feel comfortable in its own skin. With excellent shooting mechanics, a claustrophobic atmosphere, and enough content to stuff a xenomorph, Alien Trilogy marks a welcome early addition to the PlayStation 1's library, though not one for the faint of heart. Based around the first 3 films of this venerable sci-fi franchise, Trilogy gives players a loose retelling of the films, with a focus on action over story. In all, there are around 30 missions, though some are admittedly ammo dump interludes, with challenging, layered design that makes navigation as difficult at times as fighting the titanic monstrosities. There are a few neat touches, such as your completion percentage on each level rewarding either more ammo dumps, a normal pass, or preventing you from progress if it falls into the lower end of 100%. These are usually in the form of collection objectives, such as finding ID cards. Adjustable difficulties are available too, but with this kind of progression in place, skill leads to more rewards. Though 1996 had yet to see console shooters find their zenith, Alien Trilogy plays remarkably well, with smooth shooting mechanics and clever strafing functionalities that will leave even PC owners comfortable playing Alien Trilogy on the PS1. Though you can aim upward, it proves a bit inconsequential, as just getting a lock onto an enemy in front often lands a hit, due to generous auto-aim. Not to say it makes the game easy, as you have to contend with tough foes who can deal serious damage, but you have a bevy of weapons to assist you, including the iconic plasma rifle, shotgun, and flamethrower. Trilogy manages to feel fast-paced and fun, with levels keeping you engaged. Frequent bouts with multiple Xenos will leave you struggling to survive, facehuggers can launch out of ammo stashes, and the few but frightening boss fights are welcome, often punctuating each part of the trilogy. But it's not flawless, as the steep challenge will put off some players. The mix of vicious enemies and complex level design can cause major headaches which, when mixed with a lack of mid-level save points, can be disheartening. This is a Doom clone after all, meaning finding the various keycards and items of interest along with maintaining survival is no easy task. But there is a clever use of enemy placement, which constantly leaves you on edge, and when factored in with a bevy of secret rooms that conceal ammo, it's not for the faint-hearted. But it feels like the kind of exacerbating experience you'd have on an alien-infested ship, mimicking the films to a T. Despite a somewhat dated visual engine, Alien Trilogy absolutely nails the aesthetics of the film. All the sounds, from the xenomorph cries to the pulse rifle and the unnerving motion detector beeps, feel ripped straight out of the films. The pixelated sprites can look a little ragged, and the environments too suffer this, but there's a lot of neat touches, such as the subtle flickering of lights and the blue haze which encases some rooms. Also, the gruesome death FMVs, despite their brutality, are eye-catching and memorable. The soundtrack is perhaps the greatest asset, with a bevy of tracks which encompass the subtle, the atmospheric and the unknown, with a lot of faithful music from the movies. Alien Trilogy is simply a must for anyone with interest in H.R. Giger's iconic monsters. While casual gamers and those not introduced to the sci-fi classics may find the difficulty too overwhelming, anyone who has experienced the feeling of isolation, the screeching terror of the xenomorphs, and felt Ridley's one-woman journey through space will feel right at home. It nails the movie's atmosphere to a T, and when factored in with a bounty of content, tight shooting mechanics, and intelligent, maybe to a fault, design, it's a game that any shooter fan or alien aficionado should consider adding to their collection.